you stick with Germans. You're Swiss, you stick with Swiss or German or Austrian, that type of thing.
Amen.
So,
Amen.
But to go back to what I was saying, I go off of the DNA. If you don't match up with an Aryan DNA to one of the Aryan tribes, I mean, technically, I don't really consider that white. You're a mix at that point.
And we're also dealing with a lot of admixture. So we're not living in a pure world, unfortunately. So we're having to navigate these fucking Kalergi mutts, these admixture fucking mongrels. So we're living in a not advantageous time to tightly defining our Anglosphere.
I get it. Okay, so it gets complicated, right? Because you got thousands of different ethnicities in Europe, just in Europe. Okay, so I don't know what my ancestry is. I mean, the Turks were there 500 years ago, and they could have raped some of my ancestors. I mean, that's likely because I'm Bosnian, Balkan. So who knows? The Turks did some fucked up shit there. That's why the Serbs were
Do you have
pissed off.
brown? You have brown eyes and dark brown hair.
I'm bald, but yeah, I had brown hair. So
Do you have brown eyes?
yes,
Dark brown eyes, or hazel?
I'm not sure. I think Hazel.
Okay, continue.
But anyways, okay, neither here nor there. So just shooting the shit here. So the thing that I'm thinking is because I've grokked this whole subject quite a bit. Okay, and the ethno thing in America, I don't know if that's realistic because, for example, you have the big meme of the SPLC, that Potok guy, right? People share that a lot about him having the whole white majority thing declining as the decades go on. But December 23rd, 1913, at that time, that was an epic fail. And that was an epic fail, yet, this country was 90% white. August 20th, August 18th, 1920, the 19th Amendment. That's an epic fail. Also, white majority, European majority, whatever you want to call it. I know I'm simplifying things, but just hear me out. So, how do you explain that? Like, you had the majority. How do you explain those fails? Because let's be honest here. Why are people angry? Okay, like I see myself as a Balkan. I don't see myself as white.
You're
because
literally
I just
Jewish. Shut your mouth.
okay, that doesn't make any sense, bro. But
Zach, let him finish real quick.
I'm just no.
Trying to figure this out.
I've been thinking about this honestly from all angles. Okay, so I'm just looking at it honestly. So how do you? The reason people are angry, because everybody should be angry. If you're losing like control of your women, like every group, doesn't matter who they are, if they're Arabs, Muslim, whatever, I don't care who you are. If you're Italian, German, whatever, if you lose control of your women and they just start acting crazy, wouldn't you agree that you're losing control of your civilization? If you're losing control,
I don't know. I don't know what point you're trying to get at. Are you trying to say that all white women are mud sharks? Like, keep it like simple. I'm
no,
trying to.
I'm not. I'm just saying. I think a lot of the angst, a lot of like anger that people have just in general nowadays is because, and a lot of people have it. It's not just whites. That's like a caricature of the Jew.
Okay,
Where it's
where
like,
does the anger stem from? You're very long-winded, dick sucker, but you're not really making a
yeah,
concise
your
question.
question's extremely convoluted, man. I think you're trying to ask, if we're angry because we've lost control of our women, which ultimately is resulted in us losing control of our culture or ethno state.
well, it's not just white people that it's happening to though. So it's not just like
But
you.
here's the thing. Okay, even if it happens to other races, black races, Asian races, brown races, whatever, don't you think that it's a level up for them?
Well, he's Bosnian, so he doesn't identify as white
Yeah.
per se. I guess he would say so.
So to me,
Well, I'm just going by what Adolf said. I'm not white according to.
No, but here, let me tell you something, man. If a nigger or a mystery meat marries one of my kids and has a kid with them, that's like somebody took a shit in my genetic strain. You know, it just destroyed my thousands of years of genetic, history. These fucking people, they look at it like gold was just poured into their genes. And it's like, oh, they came up in life. It made them better, to where it destroys my genes. You don't see it that way?
I actually, there's science on the fact that it destroys both, because there's a lot of mixed people, like, it destroys them too. Like they have a hard time getting an organ transplant and finding the right type, matches and
Oh yeah,
everything.
Of course it
personally, I
does, but
think
they
it
don't.
destroys both genetic groups.
It does. It destroys both. Yes, it
Yeah,
does.
it does, but because I'm white, I am hard programmed. You cannot. There's nothing you can do to convince me otherwise that it has destroyed my fucking genetics. Period. These people, they just don't care about their genetics. There's something about white. We respect and we love our DNA. That's just the way we are. And unfortunately, a lot of our young girls nowadays have been mind fucked into believing that it's okay to mix with all these other fucking races, and it's unacceptable.
All right. All right. Let him ask his third question because he's taking up a lot of time here. What's your third question, Dick Sucker?
Okay, my third question would be, excuse me. So, what is the? Obviously, this is a serious problem. There is an enemy out there that wants to destroy the minority that is white people. And like I said, I'm not white, but it's not like
Can you name them?
questionable whether or not white people have contributed. I love a lot of different people, okay, but I'm not like a.
Hey,
I'm gonna be
Dick,
honest. I'm
I
not a
just asked you a
Questions
question.
again.
supremacist,
Can you
racial
name them?
supremacist of any kind. I love all kinds of people. I'm a born again Christian, so I just look at it that way. My pastor is black.
So you're a multicultural Christian.
And I know the Jewish problem is serious. Like, it's a biblical thing. I mean, it's right there in the Bible, Revelation 2:9, 2:10. So
What's
I
your
get the
question,
problem,
Dick Sucker? What's the
and
question?
and I see it. I'm like repulsed by anti-white, like blatant anti-whiteism, because I'm like, as a Bosnian, I remember growing up, and we would look up to Germans as like a superior civilization,
Okay,
superior
so
people,
I got to
because
stop
we
this,
get their
man. I got to
accomplishments,
stop
and
this.
they're just superior
I got to
to
stop this. This
Balkans
guy.
and Bosnians. So that kind of like,
He's not listening. He's just talking into the mic like he's not
I
listening
got to
to what
stop
we're
this.
saying.
This guy's claiming to be a Christian. His name's Dick Sucka. He's multicultural. He has a black
Yeah.
pasture. This is just fucking stupid. Really, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're
He's
pulling
trying
him
to
off
throw the
stage.
space off. That's what he's doing.
All right, Professor. Sorry for wasting your time with some dumbass questions. Go ahead, Professor.
If it's all right, I'll hold off to the next one. I'm just occupied with something.
Yep, hits. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to agree with CEO there. Whites have recessive genetics. When we mate with other races, they take on the. Yeah.
We lost you there, hits.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.